fucking England's BS, the UK's BS, real quick because it's our BS bleeding over into them. Meghan Markle, the fucking retarded fucking SJW woman that made Prince Harry leave up all his responsibilities and stuff and come over here and give away his firearms and has fucking opened her mouth on fucking Oprah and lied like a fucking piece of. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. She's a fucking piece of trash for lying. She's implying that the fucking royal family was like, oh my god, my black baby is going to be black and it might be on the throne and there's a fucking problem. Even though you're not even fucking black, you look whiter than fucking Donald Trump when he has his fucking tan. And that baby motherfucking white. Prince Harry got right. He's the fucking epitome of fucking white privilege. That baby ain't fucking white. Sean King whiter than you. Sean King whiter than that motherfucking baby. Not to mention that fucking people talk about that all the time. I wonder if he's gonna have my hair, your hair, or your eyes, my skin color. Your like, I wanna. What's the context of this? If this did come up, but I don't think this conversation did come up because you're like already talking, which is going to bring problems from them. But you don't want to bring more problems from them by revealing their name. No, you don't want to reveal their name because it's a fucking bold-faced lie. Now, I'm sorry, UK. This will be the first. I'm not going to be going over any of this. Your problems are your fucking problems. They shouldn't be our fucking problems since 1776. But our problems are bleeding out over into your fucking place. Same with our fucking George Floyd riots. All of it's bleeding out over to you, and I'm fucking sorry. None of that's your goddamn problem. You shouldn't be dealing with any of this. But I mean, your fucking prince married this. I mean. It is what it is. He married this woman. He chose to stick his dick in that. Your baby fucking white. Your baby a pretty white baby, and I'm not saying pretty as in a good-looking white baby. Your baby is pretty fucking white. Ain't no way in hell somebody discussed whether or not a black person would take the throne because your baby ain't fucking black. Your baby is fucking white. Your baby is whiter than white. Not that it fucking matters. But what's the context of this? I mean, it was on Oprah. We know it was going to be bullshit, race-baiting BS. But what's the context of this conversation? Were they afraid that a black person was going to be on the throne? Or were they like, oh, we could use a little bit of fucking color in our family? Or like, I wonder if this is going to what's the fucking context? Who was it? How can I verify your information? You can't just fucking tell me and expect me to take your word for it. I don't know who the fuck you are. You've already committed fucking bullshit. You need to prove to me, you need to provide me some sources, some evidence, some credible information that I can fucking verify. I mean, it doesn't surprise me in a world where people are talking about whether or not being able to biologically have children is a violation of equality principles. The world is becoming fucking trash. Every single fucking day it's becoming trash. You could talk about pedophilia on fucking Twitter, but you can't fucking bring up scientific facts. You could talk about fucking retarded bullshit on YouTube, but you even highlight fucking privacy information that they don't like against you. They're gonna fucking delete your video. I'm sorry, but the vaccine passport violates HIPAA. I'm gonna bring that back up this quick. I can't believe your fucking prince or Prince D. I can't believe he married this woman. I can't believe he gave up his fucking firearms and his fucking hobbies for this woman. He must be one of the most miserable dudes on the face of the planet. Get your money together, boo-boo. Get your fucking royal money together. Take that to fucking court in your country so you'll win. And fucking take your kid back to your goddamn family where it fucking belongs. I mean, granted, the fucking royal family's on the way out. The queen was talking about abdicating the throne. But nobody should fucking have to deal with this intersectional garbage. Nobody. And I'm sorry that it's happening to you. I'm sorry that they're coming after Piers Morgan. I don't even agree with Piers Morgan all the time. He's a little too left for me. But at least he was willing to take on and talk about the bullshit. Now you don't even have that in your fucking news anymore. Like, the censorship is getting out of control. It's time for everyone that believes in freedom to take up arms. Don't kill people, but take up arms and tell them to fuck off. And then if they try to get violent against you, defend yourself. You have the legal right to do that. Well, I mean, at least in America, you have the legal right to do that. Other places, you might have to take it back. It might be a little bit more complicated, but I'm not saying it shouldn't be done, because it should be done. It really should. We should all not be considering this intersectional bullshit of crap and focusing on these problems. And we should all be getting together like Allied Forces WW2, and we should be invading the fuck out of China. China has literal concentration camps with Uyghur Muslims committing fucking acts of genocide that we said would never happen again, that it's actually happening again, that we're doing absolutely nothing about it. So I guess never again was just a fucking bullshit lie. But instead, we're fucking listening to fucking Meghan Merkel talk about some bullshit about her baby fucking being black and that causing problems in the royal family when her baby's whiter than fucking white fucking snow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess her baby can be black because the white Slavs are black and Asians are white. So and Arabs are white. So I guess non-white people can be white and non-black people can be. But oh my god, this hurts. The insanity is getting out of fucking control. You need to take your circus back, England. I'm sorry, but it's your circus. Your guy married her, and they left. Y'all came back here, and they're fucking like, you got to take your circus back, or at least fucking send your circus someplace else because your circus is not allowed here anymore. Somebody needs to find out wherever your fucking princess balls are and her fucking purse. You need to send in the fucking MI6 or whatever, the fucking royal guard to go in there, get his fucking balls back, and reattach him to your goddamn prince so he can unfuck his life. Oh my god, this is a fucking race-baiting piece of trash. Intersectionalism is a goddamn cult. It's a fucking disease, and it should be treated as such. It should be eradicated from society with extreme prejudice. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody thinks anything's whiteness. Nobody gives a fuck about race, but you fucking idiots. And that's the goddamn truth. I'm just fucking saying. And finally, for the last bit of fucking news on today's podcast, Biden has another gaffe and shows his fucking senile and his unqualified mental ability to be fucking president. I'm not going to say this verbatim, word for word, but this motherfucker doesn't even know the name of his staff. Instead of calling the SecDef by the general's name, he was like the person that runs the thing over there. What thing over there, Biden? Who you talk about? That's why they don't let him answer questions. They buck it down. This dude is senile as hell. They don't want too many people realizing he's senile as hell because then they have to remove him, which makes Harris the president, and Harris has more control as the vice president because of the tied Senate. I'm telling you, the best thing we can do to help them in the ass is to have Biden be impeached, is to make Harris president. I mean, we don't want that, but we're too late for now. We need to. She has more power right now as VP than the president because of the tied Senate. You can't make this up. Let me let's see what other people are saying about this, because I want to get actual fucking news and not just go off on a tangent, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But how do you forget the name of you goddamn SecDef? His dog also attacked his security. Like, that's a failure. Like, the dog is fine. It's not the dog's fault. That's a failure of training on the person's fault. It's just another reason why Biden and his family affects. SecDef's name? Come on. If you don't know, SecDef is the Secretary of Defense. I keep forgetting some of you all are not veterans, and you might not know the lingo. But this is ridiculous. This is Fox News, New York. We're gonna go the New York Post, because it's probably going to be a little bit in favor of Biden, but Biden seems to forget Defense Secretary's name, calls him the guy that runs that outfit. President Biden on Monday seemed to forget Secretary Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's name at a White House event, calling the Pentagon chief the guy who runs that outfit over there. What outfit over there? We have like 7 of them. Biden has announced the nomination of 2 female generals to lead U.S. combatant commands. Those troops are going to get fucked because I guarantee you these generals weren't promoted for their ability to lead militarily in combat. They were promoted because they have a motherfucking vagina. And I want to thank the former general. I keep calling him general, but the guy who runs the outfit over there, Biden said. That dude is a fucking travesty. There's no way in hell he won legitimately. I want to make sure we thank the secretary for all he's done to try and implement what we just talked about and for recommending these 2 women for promotion. Early at the event, Biden mentioned the Defense Department's leader by his name, Secretary Austin, while appearing to read from a teleprompter. So when the teleprompter went up and he had to that's why they wouldn't let him take questions, because he can't go off script. Biden said he has previously struggled with the names of his cabinet secretary selections. In December, he mispronounced the name of his nominee for the Department of Health and Human Services, Xavier Berger, before correcting himself with a different mispronunciation. Biden on Monday nominated Air Force General Jacqueline Van Oves to lead U.S. Transportation Command and Army Lieutenant to lead U.S. Southern Command. Their nomination was confirmed by Senate. We should not be hiring Air Force generals to lead combatant commands. They're not fucking ground troops. That the general, male or female, should be Marines or Army. Biden announced their selections in celebration of International Women's Day. I told you it's because they have a fucking vagina. They would be the 2nd and 3rd women to hold such high posts following retired Air Force General Lloyd, who headed the U.S. Northern Command 2006-2018. Yeah, I don't understand why we have to have X amount of women generals. If women are not physically capable of doing that and getting there without all the fucking help, then we shouldn't just fucking bend over and make positions for them. That makes our military weaker. And I'm not fucking saying that because I'm sexist, because there are fucking women that can fucking do it. I've been in the service, I've been to war, and I've fucking seen it. So quit your fucking and fucking do the work. But no, you want it easy. You want it handed to you. Because you're fucking overly privileged fucking pieces of fucking victimizing trash. Because you were victimizing people by fucking saying you're oppressed. There's more fucking women than men. The society is literally fucking designed to make your lives easier. You have more fucking graduations from high school and college and all that other fucking bullshit. You are more privileged. You just don't fucking see it. Because you're fucking too busy thinking that any hardship is a fucking inequality or oppression on your ass, because fucking ain't fucking easy. That's not how fucking life works. Instead of fucking doing 12 push-ups in 2 minutes or whatever the fucking OPT test was when I was in there, you should have to do 42 like the fucking men. You want equality? Then let's have fucking equality. Equality. That means that I'm gonna fucking yell at you just like I yell at the men. And if you're not as good as the men, you can fuck right off. And if biology makes it so you can't be as good as the men, not my fucking problem. That's reality. Equality doesn't care about fucking biology or fucking equality is equality. It's the same fucking standard. If you can't hold held to that standard or you get injured fucking trying to uphold that standard, that's your own fucking fault. You chose to try and uphold that standard and you failed to do it. You couldn't do it. Other women have. I've seen fucking women that make the fucking strongest men in the army look like fucking pansy toys. I saw women like 300 is the max you can get, 100 in each event for the old PFT. I know they changed it. I've seen women get fucking 500-600 on that fucking test. 425, 500-600. There's no way in hell they should have had the lower fucking standards. No, they just wanted X amount more women in the fucking service. So instead of fucking making the fucking service and doing it away where the service keeps their military fucking standards and stuff, they lowered the standards and put the people at risk just to have more fucking women in the goddamn service. And that is absolutely fucking disgusting. Biden is a fucking, he doesn't remember his fucking people. He's fucking, I don't trust the women that he fucking hired can do the goddamn job because he's a fucking senile old fuck. and he should be fucking removed from office immediately. I'm just fucking saying. But anyways, that's all we have for today. As always, I'm Doc Camo. This has been my thought of the day, and I'll see you in the